Yeah.
We're back
With another one, guys.
So in Georgia, is a legislator named Mesha Mainor. You ever heard of her, Mesha?
I need to see.
I've heard of Mesha before.
Face. Okay.
So apparently she changed parties. She said, "Forget this Democratic crap. I'm going to the Republican side. The Democrats ain't got nothing going on but a bunch of BS, and I can't support it. I'm switching parties." She switched parties.
Yeah.
So I want to see what she's talking about. What she made her,
Right.
switch parties.
Right. The same thing that made us switch, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Many similar factors.
Welcome back. A Georgia state legislator from Atlanta switching from the Democrat Party to the Republican Party after being at odds with Democrats for her support over school vouchers and disciplining prosecutors.
Representative Mesha Mainor becomes the only black member of the GOP.
I knew her name.
Yeah.
She went to high school with me.
Yep.
Did not know she was a state legislator.
I think we talked about Mesha a while ago.
Go.
Wow.
Okay. Come on, girl. Let's hit it.
Look, you got a high school classmate and you got a cousin.
One is a Democrat and the other one is a Republican. This has now changed.
All right, with Mesha.
But I love it.
Among Georgia's 236 state lawmakers and the first black Republican woman to ever serve in the Georgia General Assembly.
Go.
We welcome Georgia State Representative Mesha Mainor. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. State Rep,
Let's go, Mesha.
You said that the legislative Democrats, they drove you out of the party for breaking party orthodoxy, claiming, quote, they relentlessly tried to sabotage every single thing that you've done in District 56 and slandered publicly, and they slandered you in any way imaginable.
Wow.
So was this the decision? It was the last straw. It's time to move away from this party.
Definitely last straw, and this was not something that just happened. So I was elected in 2020, walked through the Capitol doors in 2021, and from the very beginning, it did not matter what I did. I passed a bill that created something called the Fulton Technology and Energy Authority, which is a workforce development arm to help people just in marginalized communities. And they tried to sabotage that. Recently, I just passed a bill to help the historically black colleges in my district. They tried to sabotage that.
Wow.
And so there's a malalignment on their values with the African American community.
We know that
Wow.
education is such a powerful tool to achieve success in life, and for kids, the opportunity to go to charter schools or private schools through school vouchers could be seen as a really positive opportunity. At least that's what folks in the Republican Party have advocated for. And that was something that your Democratic colleagues at the time seemed to take issue with. They were not a fan with that viewpoint. Was that also a decision-making factor as to why you made the switch?
Absolutely. District 56 has the most charter schools than any other district in the entire state of Georgia. We have the most charter schools because parents are fed up with schools that are not meeting their child's needs.
Right.
In my district, there are schools with as low as 2% math proficiency, 3% reading proficiency. So that basically means the entire school cannot read or perform simple math. And the parents have chosen charter schools instead. This is not an attack.
And woke people are blaming. They're saying black people is racist. Math is racist. Have you heard that? They were saying math is racist.
But okay, so and they want to call Republicans the racist, but yet she's having all the problems with the side that she just left.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Back on public schools or teachers, but what it is saying is that you're not providing for us and we deserve something else. And so that's what I support. I support my community.
I want to get to this. This is the Republican Party chairman, Josh McCoon. He said this about the switch. Her move shows that the Republican Party is where diversity of opinion is welcome.
Let's go.
Different ideas, talking about different policy ideas and solutions together is a strength, not a weakness.
That's right.
We can disagree, but still come together on the things that matter most to us. Do you feel where you're in the right area now, where you belong? Do you feel you have that support?
So might be a little bit TMI, but I went to the doctor yesterday for my annual, and my blood pressure was 115/67.
That's
and so
low.
I say
That's
that
good.
to say I feel so much better.
Wow.
Since I've switched parties, the stress, the weight has been lifted
Look
off
at that.
of my
Yes.
shoulders.
Let's go.
Because one, I'm not no longer being attacked, right? And so if you look at, there are people in the Republican Party this past session that did not vote for school choice. Those Republicans were not ambushed. Their colleagues did not put $1,000 checks up because they did not vote for school choice.
Wow.
Me, I voted for school choice. My colleagues put $1,000 checks up for people to run against me. So yes, the Republican Party, they're more open to a diversity opinion.
Then
Sure.
Democrats are more so, do it my way. We're the more progressive people. And if you speak against that, we're going to attack you. See, that's the problem I have about the certain coalitions. You say love is love, but then you really, somebody don't agree with you, it's attacked like a pit bull. What is that? What is that?
I'm so glad that she made that decision and feels great about it. And she has been welcomed with open arms and been able to, have her health is back up.
Correct.
That's how you know when you're in the wrong place, when your stress is way high and you dread going to work every day. Because I know she would have to just go through a whole get herself right routine before she even gets out the car to be prepared to be attacked because you want to do something good for your community. That just makes no absolute sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, and clearly, you might not agree with everything of your now Republican colleagues. There's a lot of different nuances when it comes to certain laws or how you approach situations. We're all diverse people and we all have different viewpoints, but the fact that you can come to the table and have civil conversations, that seems like a good place to start. We'll be watching your career. Thanks so much for coming on today. Mesha Mainor, we appreciate your time.
Mesha.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Oh my gosh, I knew the name sounded familiar, but I was like, that's why I got to see her face. That is so wonderful. See, someone that you went to school with that is doing so well and that's really wanting to make a change and not afraid to speak up and think for yourself.
I am not afraid.
That's what this channel is all about. That's what I feel like, the level of influence that God is continuously blessing us with is to have people to influence you guys to think for yourself. Do not go along with the majority because that's what the majority is doing and you totally don't agree with it.
Love, dream, love. You read the back EXO. You can't see it out. It's
Come
too
on.
bright.
But that's so good. I'm glad about that. And I hope more people would take, a bite out of what her ideology is. Chew it up and swallow it so they can receive it and let it go all through their body like in the Matrix. So they can be transformed to step up and go with because it's a choice. I didn't even know you could do that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but that's
choice.
great. That's any other person that is for a party can definitely make that switch too. I believe that. That's just a wonderful thing.
And that goes back what I was saying last night, man. And this is what they'll probably try to do with her. This is what sleepy black people do. When you black and you no longer fall in line like a slave, sleeping black people try to call you coon. Education changes things. People that think black people are still slaves have a chained mindset.
Yeah.
So those Democrats are the same ones that we saw in where you can be. No, you got black people that are in office. Well, what says slavery about that? See, so I'm so happy she switched and went out of that because I think the Democratic side is the slave side.
Coon. When I hear the word coon, I think of Samuel L. Jackson on the Django.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to put it at.
But that's what he was. He was one who knew that what was going on wasn't right, but he still perpetuated it. He didn't go against.
Now that was a coon.
Yes, so that's what my definition of a coon is.
No, it's
not somebody that's speaking against the wrong. It's someone who knows and that's willing to go to the other side because they know what's going on. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's not a coon. That's speaking up for the truth and letting all the folks that sleep stay asleep. That's what the coon is.
And that's what I don't like. People try to use that term as
just because you gotta confuse.
Just because I ain't getting, because you getting fall in line, nigga.
Trying to make.
No. I'm no longer in. I left the plantation and I'm not in line with you. I'm driving down the street by y'all. See you still getting whipped, my boy.
That That penetrates nothing for me because I know what a true coon is. That's somebody that's going to put on the game face and fake like it's all good when you know good and freaking well that it ain't all good. You know good and freaking well that it's wrong. You know good and freaking well that's a lie. You know good and freaking well you can't make a family and a kid with the same sex. Come on. Now, what you do and what you like, that's your preference. Ain't nobody judging that, but we just going on the facts. And the facts is, how do you make another human being?
I can't rock with the Democratic Party. I'm sorry.
You know, but you and then want to force it and then want to tear somebody down because you don't believe that or you don't necessarily agree with that. You're not bashing the person, but you don't agree with it and you're stating the facts. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Live the life you want to live. That's between you and God.
You and God. Father, in the name of Jesus.
So kudos for her for taking a stance and speaking up for what she believed and giving the deuces to the ones who really ain't doing it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Like, subscribe. Don't take a nosedive, but comment down in the section below if you want some more. My chin hit the mic.
I was wondering
So I'll be
what
all right.
happened.
We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Ooh, bye, guys.